Have you ever had a fantasy that you wanted to talk to your partner about, but you were too shy to? Hi, my name is Carrie B, and I've been in the intimacy space for 10 years now. And if you like intimacy stuff, relationship advice, go ahead and smash my face for a follow. If sexy time stuff is not your jam, that's totally fine. Go ahead and keep scrolling and have a fantastic day. So today we're going to talk about communicating with your partner about your fantasies. And I know that a lot of my clients, I asked this in my client group, and a lot of them were like, I don't even bring it up. I'm terrified to talk about my fantasies with my partner. And that really makes me sad because I guarantee that your partner is excited to hear those daggone fantasies. So here are a couple of tips that you can use to bring them up. So tip number one is to ask them about their fantasies. Here's the thing about fantasies is that just because you have one doesn't mean that you necessarily want to act it out. It might seem hot or sexy to think about having sexy time with multiple people, but you're not actually going to do it. It might be fun to talk about having a threesome, but not actually go through with it. And your partner might want to talk with you about them too, and maybe even incorporate some dirty talk about it, even though you're not going to participate in it. The number two tip that I have for you is grab a game. I have a hot date night card game that we sell that you can grab if you want to click my face and the link that's in my profile. But what's cool about it is that there's hot talk, hot, hotter, and hottest actions. Okay, so the hot talk is asking questions so that it opens up the lines of communications, figuring out stuff that your partner's interested in, maybe things that they've done in the past, maybe things that they want to do in the future with you, or maybe something that's totally a hard pass and they're like, heck no. And same for you. And then the action, just because it says it's an action doesn't mean that you actually have to do it, but it is fun to talk about those things. So the hot date night game you can definitely get by clicking my face and clicking the link in my bio. The last tip that I have for you about talking about your fantasies with your partner is to do it in a neutral zone. Do not bring this up in the bedroom. Bring this up when maybe you're eating dinner together and be like, hey, what do you think about fantasies? I've always had this fantasy of X, Y, and Z. What do you think about that? And see how they feel. A lot of times they're going to be totally open to the topic of fantasies. If they're insecure about it, you can always let them know, hey, I think about these fantasies with you in my mind. And also, we don't actually have to go through with them. It's just something to talk about and kind of a hot idea that I have going on in my head. I hope those tips help you. Go ahead and drop in the comments what your favorite fantasy is, or if you have ever talked to your partner about them.